Good afternoon, water signs, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Valentine's reading that I attempted to post for you guys yesterday, but due to technical difficulties, I was unable to do so. So what I did, I just went back and I just extended it a bit more for you guys to just add a bit more information. And this reading is valid until the 17th. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, rest assured that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you water signs out there. Okay? But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope that it certainly offers invaluable information. Okay? So, what I like to do, since this reading will be based solely on your romantic situation here, I like to start off by just shuffling up a few of these romance angel cards here just to get a general impression of the vibrations that I'm kind of seeing coming towards you guys from now until the 17th here. Okay? And then we're going to go on and just dive right on deeply into the reading. And what I like to do with this reading is that I'm going to help identify the person or persons who are coming to you, as well as share with you whatever actions they may take toward whatever feelings that they share with you. Okay, so Spirit, what messages uh, do you have here regarding water sign romantic situation? What energies surround them? Okay, for this time period in question. Okay, let's see what we have. I certainly see that, as it seems that I've identified this in prior readings here, that you guys have attracted a new lover here, and there may be someone new in your life here. And I'm feeling that indeed there is a strong magnetic sexual attraction here. Okay, that seems to be um, quite prominent. Okay, and for some of you, you're feeling too that this possibly, potentially could be the one. It could, and this card is suggesting that perhaps you may have already met this person here, okay? I'm feeling that some of you may have already recently met someone new here, okay? And you met that person by calling in your soulmate here. It seems that your prayers and your affirmations were answered. And this card is also suggesting that you continue to pray for what is rightfully yours here. I'm also feeling too that you guys have recently experienced some type of a debacle. I'm getting here with, it looks like with connected more so, I'm getting with an X here, because you have this forgiving and learning card here. All right. And I feel that some of you are still attached to the past. And this card is urging you, and really urging you to just, release and heal the past, because this would allow you to experience more love, in your present moment here. I'm also feeling too that, because you've been so hurt so many times in your life here, you may not be willing to really extend yourself any further here. Some of you may have even decided that you wanted to be alone, particularly for Valentine's Day, despite the fact that you may have had many suitors pursuing you here. But this card is suggesting that you might want to consider making an effort, you know, because great love is worth taking the steps that you're being guided to take, all right? It's a process. If at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again. That's the song that's kind of coming to my head now. All right? I'm also getting a strong indication too that some of your relationships seem to be moving towards a higher level of commitment here. And it might be perhaps with this new person. All right? Let's see what else we have. I feel that a lot of you, as I said, your hearts are very much guarded, ladies and gentlemen. And this card is suggesting that it is safe for you to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. But I'm kind of getting a strong sense that many of you, it looks like some type of ending is going to come about first to make you move forward, in a different direction. I'm getting a strong sense of an ending in some sense here. Okay? But I do feel that you shouldn't allow this ending to make you feel, so docile, so much so that you don't want to do anything here. So to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to to have fun and really to shine here, because I feel that the reason why many of you have been having problems in a relationship is because of codependency issues, and I feel that they have been affecting your romantic life, and it might be due to, someone might be doing drugs or drinking a little bit too heavily, or they're just very immature. I'm getting with their finances here. All right. So let's get right on into your reading, ladies and gentlemen, to see what other information that we can glean, here, and see if it echoes some of the same sentiments here as I've already discussed with you guys. Okay. So let's start off by just looking at the cards that fell to the bottom of the deck here. All right. We have the labyrinth. Okay. We have the bridges. We have the clock. And we have the tower. And ladies and gentlemen, don't be alarmed, because this tower it doesn't have the same connotations as in the tarot here. Okay? So, just looking at what I'm seeing here is that I feel that many of you, you really want to have a serious type commitment, I'm getting, with someone strongly here. And it could potentially be with, this person here that the cards are kind of suggesting that you make the effort, okay? And that, this could potentially be the one for you, because it seems that the chemistry is working and there's a strong magnetic attraction here. But I see that, in the midst of this, it seems you have a lot of decisions that you'll need to make here. And I'm going to explain why here, because I feel that, just looking at that labyrinth card here, the first card that we have there, that labyrinth, you just tend to go through all of these circles, all of these twists and turns, so much so that sometimes you lose sight of things here. So I feel that, some of you seem to have hit a wall when it comes to someone with whom you like to be, connect, I'm getting. And you realize, ladies and gentlemen, that a fresh start must take place here. But it looks like some of you have been a bit hesitant, okay? And because you're seeing and you see all of those people with the symbolism there, they're going in so many different directions there. Likewise, ladies and gentlemen, you need to go in a different direction here. You need to move forward. And you can't move forward, ladies and gentlemen, until you what? What do we say here in the romance angel cards? Until you forgive. You got to forgive the past here, because I still see some element lurking here with this X here. And you have to understand that although this may have been a very horrific type experience, what did you learn from it? All right? And even though this person may have felt as if he or she were a soulmate to you, understand that with most soulmates relationships, they're not good, really. They're really there for you to learn some type of lesson. And then once you learn the lesson, you move on. Understand that people come to people for relationships for three reasons. The first is a season, all right? The second is a reason. And the third is for a lifetime, okay? So you have to really determine which season you're in here. Because what I'm saying here is that while you may have a person here who wants to, move forward and commit with you, you also seem to have problems with an ex here, and it seems to be hard for some of you to let go of whatever may have occurred between the two of you here. So this card is telling you is that, don't feel like you are a failure, because a romantic situation in which you put so much effort, you know, and I'm saying for a lot of you that you really put it in a lot of years. I'm saying at least 4 to 7 years I'm getting, okay, with this person. And it just didn't turn out the way that you would have hoped it to be. So this card is again asking you to embrace change, all right? And so with these three cards, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using more of an advanced Lenormand's deck here. So usually you wouldn't see these cards in a standard Lenormand's deck because the cards only go up to 36 here. And also because that 4 plus 3 equals 7. Many of you are just sitting back taking a more introspective look in your situation, okay? Before you're kind of making your making up your mind here. That's why I'm feeling some hesitancy on your part here. All right. And then we have the bridges. So with the bridges, that card is all about, ladies and gentlemen, transitions as well as overcoming hurdles, overcoming obstacles as well as problems. Okay. And by doing so, it helps you embrace the change that you really want here. It also shows too that there is a possibility, in fact, that you might be able to reconcile with someone from whom you've been estranged. Okay? But because you have the clock here that sits next to that, that shows that only time, ladies and gentlemen, will tell here. Okay? And when you have that a clock, it asks you and it calls for your patience. All right? So while many of you might, some of you may even feel that, your clock is kind of ticking and just, life is just passing you away and why you can't have what you see others have. This card urges you to, ladies and gentlemen, live in the moment, okay? It urges you to be patient. It urges you to take a more of a wait and see type approach to see which way the ball bounces. All right? And then you have the tower there that sits there. With the tower, ladies and gentlemen, that Saturn governs that card and it connects with not only earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but also air, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay? So it shows that with what some of you may be going through, you may be experiencing some of these things with a taller person I'm getting. Someone that's educated, I'm seeing for many of you, quite eccentric, very arrogant. This person might even potentially hold a high position, I'm getting. Someone that might works for the government or just works for corporate America. I'm getting someone that might even work in the hospitality or hospital area, or even prisons or courts, okay? I'm strongly feeling those energies here. So this card is asking you to be a bit more vigilant, ladies and gentlemen, in your situation. I'll buy it, okay? You are really standing on firm ground here. And as I said, a lot of this stuff appears to be connected with an ex, and or it could be someone new that you've met or someone existing. I'm kind of getting here. So some of you may possibly. I'm also getting to some of you might even possibly be going through some type of um, legal debacle or something, or just dealing with a tax issue. It seems that I'm kind of feeling a bit here because with the tower, it kind of talks about official things, and sometimes conflicting issues can come about there because you have that cloud that sits there next. So it can bring about a lot of challenges with Washington that you may be having here. All right. And I think that whatever it is, it has put you in a very uncompromising position here. Okay. But I feel that many of you do still want to establish a serious connection with someone here, but in order to achieve this, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need to really, because with the tower is so serious, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to need to establish boundaries and really better structure to your situation. And I feel that all of this has really overwhelmed you to the point that you are feeling you don't really know what to do. You're just feeling a bit stuck here. That's what I'm kind of getting strongly here. All right. So let's go on and just to turn on our attention to our next segment of this reading here, and just give you a sense of the type of person with whom you may be dealing with. Okay. So let's see here. I'm kind of seeing a person that's very irritable all the time. I'm picking up an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, as well as Aquarius. All right. Someone that's very mental. I'm seeing someone with like a disorder of some sense, and someone certainly who leads a very double life here that I'm getting. Someone that's very bisexual that I'm getting, I'm picking up strongly, or just certainly has a bad temperament about everything. This person is certainly a player, ladies and gentlemen, and I see this person smoking and doing all sorts of things. And, I'm seeing graying hair as well. I'm also picking up an earth as well as a fire sign, all right? So, of course, the earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, all right? I'm seeing a more heavier set type person, okay? Someone who's very nurturing, someone that's very strong, yet he or she is very jealous and very possessive. I'm seeing a very built type frame or a very athletic type person here that I'm kind of picking up. And of course, it could be male or female that I'm getting here. I'm also picking up a strong water energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone who has very strong brown features. It might even be an ex or someone um, with whom you feel this strong soulmate connection I'm getting. I'm seeing someone with a very torrid past. Someone is hiding secrets, and more than likely it might be the bisexual aspect here. I'm seeing someone who's very negative, someone that's they're ill. They could even possibly, ladies and gentlemen, have concocted um, an STI or STD or some sort that I'm kind of seeing here, too, that seems to be lurking here in your reading. All right, I'm seeing someone who is very melancholy. Someone that's very miserable and unhappy. All right, someone, ladies and gentlemen, who might even not even be working here for some of you, because as I said, I'm seeing multiple people here. I'm seeing a very low life type person. I'm also seeing someone who's very educated, someone that's very articulate. I'm seeing a slim person, and this might be an internet type connection or a long distance type connection that you have here. All right. So let's go on and just dive deeply into this reading now that I've already kind of pointed out the person as well as, or persons, the signs here. I'm going to go on and try to create a story here with these Lenormand's cards here. All right. And we're going to start off by just examining what you may have already experienced, ladies and gentlemen, or what you may be in the process of experiencing, okay? And the cards that we're going to draw, we're going to turn our attention to are the following, okay? We have the clouds, the man, the bear, then we have the man again, the fox, and then the heart is our significator for this card. So as you can see immediately, there's a lot of men in this reading, y'all. A lot of them. So it's like, you it looks like you have multiple suitors coming at you here. All right. So I'm kind of getting here, just looking at, just kind of combining all of those cards here. I'm feeling that many of you seems to have recently gone through a very uncertain, tumultuous period with a male, or for you gentlemen out there, you went through a lot of problems with someone here. I'm kind of getting. And of course, due to the nature that some of you could be bisexual, of course, some of you gentlemen may have gone through this problem as well here. Okay? And it looks like another man here I'm kind of getting, because you see the presence of those two men there. Perhaps wedge himself into the picture. Okay? And I'm feeling that not only, was there a lot of cheating, lies, and manipulation, and stealing, and all sorts of things here going on. This person seems to have been very controlling, very possessive, very jealous that I'm getting here. All right. I'm also feel a sense that maybe some of you, or maybe this male may have also recently gotten out of jail, or he might soon go to jail too, because it seems to be a strong presence here. Okay. Or he might even be in jail and you're communicating with him from there. Okay. And it seems, ladies and gentlemen, that, you know, as I said here, that this person, this person seems to have used you, or if this has yet to happen, ladies and gentlemen, they will use you. It looks like they this person seems to have an agenda. Okay, so even though I feel, ladies and gentlemen, that sometimes these romance angel cards I'm getting here, they don't always, to me, coincide with what a standard reading would entail here, and so I feel that even though you do you may have met the one or feel you are with the one here, I think you should continue to be vigilant here. All right, and keep your eyes open before you move ahead here, because you have a lot of negative cards here that's showing in your reading. All right, so just getting back to your past story, I just feel like this person has had his or her own agenda, and you were just in a very dangerous type situation here because this person really didn't care. And it might be partly due to the fact that they were so absorbed in being a narcissist, but also doing a lot of drugs and maybe drinking incessantly, so much so that subsequently it caused you to be uncertain about your future chances with this person here. Okay, but trying to keep inner peace, or retain inner peace, or just trying to be upbeat here, you still desire a stable relationship here. So let's see what your future is offering, what's coming up for your future. All right, and we're going to look at the dog, the coffin, the letter, okay, as well as time, or I'm sorry, the compass there. All right. So I'm just going to make a few general observations with those cards here. I'm seeing some type of a special friend or soulmate. Um, it looks like that I'm just seeing a lot of painful things here that seems to come is coming towards you. I'm seeing that you're gonna receive some message concerning a lover's death or someone's death here that I'm seeing here. And I hate to make predictions like this, but this is clearly what your cards are telling you here. Okay? I'm just feeling that someone is sick here, or some of you may even have a sick pet here. Okay? But I'm just feeling that someone is gonna die. Okay? And when you're looking at the compass there at the end, that urges you to kind of trust your intuition and be careful of your decision, and know that you won't be alone in this process, because it's going to be somewhat painful to some of you guys here. I'm getting. All right. So I wanted to just also give you some additional advice from other decks here that I'm using here in this reading here. And I'm going to give you some additional guidance about your situation based coming from this hip hop queens deck here. And I've already selected two cards here. We have um, Za. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing her name right. And we also have Spinderella here. Okay, so with Za, this card is all about, passion, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about fire, lust, as well as drive. So, although many of you are, as I've indicated throughout the readings, feeling a bit in the doldrums, this card says get up and reclaim control of your life. And, but if you're not ready, there's no rush to really enter a commitment, all right? As what we see here with these cards here, because you're seeing here that you may have met someone with, who you kind of feel is the one here, because you feel that you have the right chemistry, but don't feel that you have to be rushed in making any type of decisions. All right. And with Spinderella there, she's suggesting this card is all about transitions, as well as changes, as well as movement and new beginnings. And what Spinderella here is telling you is that transitions and changes are beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fear it. Move forward and do what's necessary in your life. All right. So now let's turn our attention to what on the things that are not important that you should be focusing on at this time regarding your situation here. All right. We have the Hermit, the King of Pentacles, as well as the Tower. All right. So now is certainly not the time, ladies and gentlemen, for you to be alone here. It's not the time for you to kind of withdraw or brood over an issue or just take whatever that has occurred to you too seriously. Okay? It's definitely not the time for you to focus on connecting with another in any type of romantic way or to even strive for commitment here that I'm getting. So you can see here that even though that you may have met someone that who's might be the one here, and while it may be safe for you to explore, you do have a brain. Be vigilant and cautious around whom you are around, kind of connecting. All right. So then let's turn our focus then to what is important. All right. So we have these three cards to look at. We have the moon, the four of chalices, as well as the five of wands there. So it's certainly time for you guys to discover the cause of your fearfulness. You're fearful. You seem to be very fearful about moving forward, okay, to embrace change here. It's now important that you really start trusting your intuition a bit more here. It's now important, ladies and gentlemen, that you really trust the messages also that you're receiving from your dreams here, okay, and not really wear rosebud glasses, okay. It's now important that you not overlook potential opportunities that are sitting there waiting for you, as this four of chalices show there. So you have other opportunities for romantic situations that might be proffered, okay? And it's now important that to show the motherfucker that you are hurt and put off by what he or she has done to you. And it's important also that you welcome the fierce challenge, because again, it looks like it's just too many others are in your situation, and to deal with this person, you're going to constantly have an uphill battle all the way up here. It's just going to be problems I'm feeling here. So it seems that, like I said, it's more so connected with an ex, that seems to be trying to return here. But I'm also seeing a death of an ex for some of you guys here. All right. But also with this new person, while you do have the opportunities to move forward, use your head and use your intuition. I think that's very important here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull out 20 letters out of this bag of 200 letters here to kind of help you identify the people who are coming into your energy field, as well as those around whom you might be a bit more vigilant, okay? Let's see. Spirit, guide my hands to the correct 20 letters, please, for water signs. All right. We have an E, an A, an I, a W, an S, C, F, P, M, R, E, I, 9 more letters. We have an E, A, E, T, S, F, 3 more. We have a V, U, as well as an H, okay? I'm going to call them back to you to make sure that you do have them all recorded. We have 4 E's, okay? We have an M, an R, we have a P, a T, there are 2 A's, a V, there are 2 S's, all right, an I, 2 F, I'm sorry, 2 I's, 2 F, a U, W, C, as well as an H, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, to just help you restore that unshakable inner peace that you guys so need at this time, I'm going to just shuffle up a few cards here just to give you a few more message here, okay? So, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for Water signs. Okay. Understand that your purpose is personal expansion. Ask yourself, how can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? Understand that everything that you're going through, it's certainly all in divine order. Allow. So how can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, as well as truth? So, water signs, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe. And if you like a more personal reading, please contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening. Thanks a lot.